is Tash22. This is Ed Network, and this is England Exchange. Can I get a whoop whoop? Yeah, I thought this game was very apt. Apparently, I've forgotten what the synopsis was, but I did read it this time, honest. No, this was about me being an American, if I can say it properly, an American, and I'm going to England on an exchange program type thing, which I thought was very apt for me because I am English and I'm not going to America, but I thought it might. Anyway, let's go and play. Apparently I get to choose choices. Choose choices. Yes, I get to choose things, and that thingy's out my thingy. Right. Thingy's out my thingy. Wow. Me, good England language. Is everybody following? Right. Guys, I need you to comment in the comment section below. Yeah, that would be right. Because I'm getting a load of like spam from all these NCS type linked accounts that they're not spamming, but they're putting random comments like, this was solid and cool and awesome video, but obviously they haven't even watched 1 second of it because it's just like a spam bot, which, you know, comments are good, but it's just really random. So you need to beat them at their own game and comment. And don't forget, hit that like button. Can we have, let's go for a realistic target. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video. And I'm going to get like 3. Okay, so anyway, let's change the name because we're not flying. We're Random Dave. Random Dave. By the way, I've got a new keyboard. If you see me on Twitter, I tweeted out my new Cerberus gaming keyboard. It's flashy. It's got lights and everything. Okay, so what should his name be? Random Dave. I don't want to be the girl. I want to be the guy because I am a guy. Can I change you for a different picture? Okay. Random D. No. I put Random Dave. Random Dave. Yeah. Oh, okay. So now I'm just going by Random D because I'm down with the kids, innit? Cool, Jinsu, tomorrow you'll be leaving for England. Well, I'm already here. Let's have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade. It's Nini. Hey, Nini. Fallen comrade, Random D's, going across the ocean, not dying. Or music's going in. That's what you think. Haha, cheers. It's Random D. Come on, there's enough room there to put Dave on the bottom. Gee. We clinked our glasses together. We clinked our glasses together. Of course, Jinsu was the only one old enough to drink. Nini and I couldn't even walk into most bars with how strict the ID checks have gone. Oh yeah, 21 for the US, 18 over here. Woohoo, 3 years before you guys. Yeah, that just means we're idiots. At least in casual dining, okay, the waiters generally only carded the person who ordered the drink. Carded, I'm assuming ID'd them. Jinsu pounded his chest as his fireball lemonade went down. What's a fireball lemonade? I have no idea, but I want one. Pwah! What's a fireball lemonade? I want that. You'll be able to drink once you're over there too. You should try it. Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be. He winked at me. He's Jinsu, my fella. Ahaha, maybe. I've tasted 1 or 2 things in my life. Oh yeah. But since I'm not supposed to be drinking at all, I've definitely never been drunk. No, it's not good to drink underage. Drinking is never clever. It's not big or clever. I don't know if getting smashed at bars is the kind of adventure I want. Come on, man, chill out. So what adventure do you want? Hey, Nini. Adibo. I suppose it's supposed to be Adidas. I don't know. I swirled around my non-alcoholic, non-fiery lemonade around in my glass. To be honest, I hadn't thought about it that much. In the rush to pack and get all my documents in order after New Year's, I had been able to ignore what all the preparation was for. I made the decision to travel abroad to England for a semester on impulse. The spur of the moment. It sounded like fun. That was all. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I felt like I barely knew who I was, to be honest. It's good to go away and find yourself. The idea to take a semester abroad, or a gap year as we call it, wasn't a new one. It was an almost cliched tactic for broadening one's horizons. Oh yeah, nudge nudge, wink wink. But I really did want to discover myself. Even more than that, I wanted to change myself. Why did you want to? You don't need to change yourself. If you want to change yourself, you change yourself for you. I'd always been a little bit shy, and that sometimes made me seem standoffish. I'm getting that. I'm very shy. Me shy. I didn't have a lot around. I didn't have a lot of close friends. I'd certainly never had a romantic relationship. Aww. I couldn't approach strangers, even just to ask for directions. Yeah, it's tough, man. I get that. I fully get it. And when it came to the pressure, I don't know. Caved. That's so like you. You're spending half a year of your life on this trip. Shouldn't you have a goal in mind? Yeah, you probably should, girl. Not everyone has to have a goal. They can just go with the flow. Yeah, you could also do that. Actually, yeah, that's quite a few. Yeah, all right, okay, I'll carry on reading. All right, sorry. And end up like you. No, he's better than that. Oh dear. The two glared at each other. Their year-long rivalry coming to a boil. Ooh, fight! Guys, please, no, let them fight. Oh, speaking of goals, when are you going to get yourself a girlfriend? Ugh, not this again. It's not really that simple, you know. You act like I can get any girl I want just by walking up to her. Well, if you don't try, you don't know, do you? Or boy. Oh, okay, or boy, yeah, or boy. And I'm not really sure which one would be harder for me to pick up. Hey, who knows? Who cares? I'm not exactly a babe magnet. Well, to somebody you are. A blind person with a guide dog, maybe. I just can't make a relationship happen. That's not how it works. You just go for it, don't you? That's what they always say until they find someone they want to date. See, there you go. Fine, I'll just wait until she comes along. Or he. No, you'll go out and get her. You don't even... What's the pressure? There's too much pressure here. You don't even give the girls in front of you a chance. Nene. She likes Random Dave. Oh, guys. What is it with you and the guys, mate? Oh, guys. I don't want Jinso. He's not my cup of tea. Well, I don't have to explain myself to you. Yeah, naff off, people. I turned my head as Nene fumed. Am I saying that right, Nene? Don't you do that to me. Whoa. It's his last day in the States, and I want to see him make it to tomorrow. Fight. Very violent here all of a sudden. I can't wait to watch him eat his words. She sat back in her chair, and Jinsu grinned at me. It's the perfect time to experiment anyway. You're there for a whole semester, and then you're gone. So if it turns out guys aren't your thing, you can end it, and you'll never have to worry about running into him again. Yeah, good point. Unless he stays. What happens if he stays? Anyway, I know you're going to look for adventure. But other people are the best adventure you'll ever get. Yeah, true. So why not? What's the worst that can happen? It sounds like a Dr. Pepper advert. What was the worst that could happen? Getting arrested, then deported, and then banned from entering England ever again, probably. Hey, mate, it's called life. If you don't try things, you'll never know. But even then, at least it would be a clean break. Exactly. No matter how big New York City was, you always seem to run into exactly who you least wanted to see. Hey, man, that happens everywhere. But in England, it's even smaller. So good luck with that. Not to mention, they have some really nice accents. Yeah, Random Dave's accent is awesome. Maybe okay. How's that? I'll give you a maybe. Okay. Nini and Jinsu, high fives. High fives, everyone. And I wondered how long they'd been planning this attack. Be sure to tell me everything about her. Or him. Alright, guys. Jeez. Or him. Far too soon, the night ended. With your fiery lemonade and... what was she drinking? I don't know. I rode the subway back to the Bronx. Bronx, yeah. And went home. Last time I would be home for nearly half a year. Waking up at 6 was tomorrow. Okay. 8 hours of flying was tomorrow. England was tomorrow. And maybe even a new me was tomorrow. When do I get to make a choice? It's very wordy. What the heck had I got myself into? England, baby. You get to England. Cyanide tried to distance myself from my thoughts. What is wrong with you? England, huh? It's awesome over here. It's got an E in the word and everything. Let's hope something changes. It doesn't have to change, man. January 4th. 5th, even. I'm leaving on it. Okay, sorry, I won't sing. I got off the aeroplane. Okay. Immediately feeling disorientated. Am I just making words up here as I go along? I was in another country. Hell yeah, you were. But to be honest, it didn't look much different from the US. Okay. It was a little less crowded than JFK, but the architecture at Heathrow Airport felt a lot like home. The only real difference was the accents. Again, with the accents, man, It's starting to annoy me now. We're all awesome. It's Heathrow and JFK. I've been to JFK. JFK's a lot more spread out than Heathrow. Heathrow's a lot packed in. I expected everyone to sound like BBC announcers. Oh, and this is the BBC. But there was such a mix from the Scottish customs agent to the newspaper seller, who I think was Jamaican or something. Okay. It really brought home how much England was part of Europe. Hang on, Jamaican people aren't from Europe. They're from Jamaica. Even I know that. Yay! So it's not... anyway, people came here from everywhere. Well, that's like the US, man. People come from the US from everywhere. Whatever, I made my way through customs and out into the London air. London air. Full of... yeah. It was cloudy, as I suppose I could expect from now on. Hey, cheeky... and the January winds were chilly. There was no snow on the streets. I had been warned that it almost never snowed in London. Unlike NYC, it did look damp, though. Okay, and grey. Very grey. Grey spelt with an E. And very grey spelt with an E as well. It does snow in London. It does snow in London. It snows nearly every year. I wouldn't say every year. Normally around April or May. Anyway, this is not a weather report from the BBC. I waited by the cab stop, taxi rank, for a driver to be free. He threw my suitcase into his trunk, and off we went. We don't have trunks in black cabs, where they just chuck it. Well, you get on, you put it in yourself, you lazy person. On the wrong side of the road. No, we drive on the right side of the road, i.e. the correct side. Not the right side. That's the USA drive on the right. We drive on the left, which is the right side. Anyway. To distract myself from the sense of impending doom, I envisioned the hostel I would be staying at. If it's anything in London, mate, good luck. I hope you've had your shots. I would be doing a work-study-travel kind of program. The hostel provided my room and partial board, as well as a part-time job, from which they kept a share of the pay. It sounds a lot like slave labour to me. It was all connected to a local university through some kind of deal, so I could take classes there. Again, yeah, sounds like slavery. The program wasn't free, but because of the work portion, it actually came out cheaper than a semester of normal classes back in NYC would be. As long as I didn't flunk out and get sent home, my parents would be happy. Aww. It was a cramped, quiet ride through the streets. It didn't take long until we were surrounded by tall, older-looking buildings made of stone. What else are they going to be made of? Dirt? We don't live in the Stone Ages. No, that'd be right, wouldn't it? Stone Ages. We don't live in the Dirt Ages. Anyway, different styles of architecture mingled with one another. Highly modernised buildings next to grandiose structures that looked like they had housed nobility in their better days. What do you mean the better days? Man, this is just having a go at bloody England and London. Hordes of Londoners with grim expressions pushed their way through the streets. Yeah, we're all grim. It's grim. It's grim over here. I had heard the British were more polite and well-mannered than us. Less likely to show their emotions, more intelligent, really. Better in every way, basically. But London just looked like a slightly prettier New York. It's probably a bit greener, that's it. America, as I knew it, mostly came from the English only a few hundred years ago. Hell yeah, it did! Surely the cultural difference weren't that big. No, we're awesome. We colonised... I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. They would think of me as just a dumb American, would they? Oh, what was that? Oh, that was the handbrake. Okay. Before I could ponder this too much, the cab came to a sudden halt. The cab driver got out and grabbed my bags. Threw them on the ground, probably, and went, "Get out!" But not before pointing to the machine on the back of the seat in front of me to run my cards through. Well, why wouldn't he say no? Actually, look, if you get a black cab, right, you get out, you go to the driver's window, or you go to the passenger side window, and you say, "How much, mate?" And he goes, "Oh, for a band of spinners," through the window at you. And you pay him, "Oh, for a band of spinners." There you go. I swiped one. Approval denied. Denied. What? Maybe that card doesn't work here. Why wouldn't it work here? We're not in the Stone Ages, Dirt Ages, whatever. Trying to quell my rising panic, I grabbed another card and ran it through. Card read error. Sounds like his machine's defective. You've got to be kidding me. I didn't have any other cards. Ha, you screwed, mate. You've only just got here and you're going to be doing hard time. The cabbie was standing outside the hostel with my bags, tapping her foot impatiently. Yep, that sounds about right. I crawled out of the car, taxi, and dug through my carry-on, trembling. Why would you tremble? I held out 4 $20 bills. That's $80. Wow. 4 score and 20. Yeah, $80. Wow. From Heathrow to where, though? Where was it? Anyway. What? I can't accept foreign currency. Cabbie, I've got to do it for... What? I can't accept foreign currency? That's not really a very good cabbie. Maybe I'll work on that for the next one. Okay. I'm sorry, but my cards aren't working. Did you not sell your bank? Were you going out of the country? Is that something you have to do? Well, actually, you don't have to do that anymore because they just pay. You stupid Americans, you. Whoa, calm down there, guy. Whoa, hey, baby. How you doing with your stubbly little pointy chin? A man with dark brown hair and a kind face appeared in front of me, just having come from the hostile entrance. Where's the choices? I'm supposed to be able to choice things here. What seems to be the problem here? Is he American or is he English? I don't know. He glanced at the money in my hands and nodded. Hand me your dollars, I'll cover your fare. Oh, you see? He's a rogue. If ever I saw one, he's a rogue. He's got $80 in his hand. $80 in his hand, and probably the cab fare comes to about 25 quid. So even in today's exchange, that's probably about 50 quid he's made out of that. No, the exchange rate would be 50 quid. So he's made 25 quid out of that. Marvellous. Fine, as long as someone pays... Oh, yeah, sorry, it's cabbie. Fine, as long as someone cares, I don't care who. Yeah. The cabbie showed him the card machine and he bent down to pay. What? He wouldn't show him the card machine. He'd just take money off of him. Cash. You know, we still use cash here. Thank you. Through my terror, I began to stutter. But the man just waved his hand. Aww. How like that? Hello, sailor. Don't worry about it. You aren't the first person this has happened to. I'm not worried, mate. Don't you worry about it. Oh, right, okay. I'm not. Thank goodness. He sounds a bit wet, does Random Dave. Well, most people are smarter than to take a cab they can't pay for, but, you know, all right, mate, keep your Allens on. He finished paying the cabbie. He finished paying and the cabbie jumped into his car, slammed the door, and revved off down the street. Yep, sounds about right. I'm Danny, by the way. Hi, Danny, by the way. You must be one of our new arrivals. Yes, I am Danny, by the way. Yes, I'm Random D. Nice to meet you. Actually, I'm Random Dave, but we're going for a new thing now because we're trying to reinvent ourselves. Nice to meet him, indeed. What? Okay. Danny, by the way, I'll grab your bags. Why don't you come in? I can show you around. Hey, thanks, Danny, by the way. The outside of the One hostel seemed almost promising. It was a medium-sized 2-floor building and the small yard leading up to the front door was fairly well maintained. That does not look like anything I've ever seen in London, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, there you go. Danny hoisted my suitcase and pushed it through the front doors to my new home. I followed him. Does this guy do nothing? For God's sake, he can't even carry his own bags. Welcome home! The front room was a small kind of entryway with 2 doors leading out to either side of me, and the staircase leading out of sight, obviously. The walls were not as clean as I would have liked. Man, you're in a hostel, mate. Good luck with that. The paint's peeling. Yeah, there you go. A small desk sat in the doorway where Danny quickly set my suitcase and reached for some paperwork. Let me see, Random D. Here you are. Yep, I've been here for the last 5 minutes, mate. Get a shift on. Looks like you'll be working at the Crafty Crown. That's the pub next door. Marvellous. We don't even... Wow, that's amazing. 1, we can work in an alcoholic establishment. 2, it's next door, so I can just fall back through the door. And 3, it's a pub. A pub, you say? A bar that serves food, which is what you'll probably be doing. All the rest of your board and lodging seems to be sorted. Oh, good, otherwise I'll be out on the street, wouldn't I? Well, I'll give you a quick run through of the house rules, shall I? Yep, you should. There are 7 of us at the moment who board here regularly and a couple of extra rooms for overnight and short-term lets, but they're not often used. Right, okay. So with you here, there will be 8 of us in total. Woo, party! Won't be enough for all of us. Providing James hasn't hidden someone in the attic like that old novel. Okay, I don't know what that means. He laughed, but I just stared at him. Yeah, because you're talking shit, mate. British people don't actually do that, right? What, joke? Anyways, we have a kitchen and a cafeteria. There's a communal food in the fridge, and sometimes people make meals that others can share. And we eat together. You better label your shit, right? Because anybody eats my food, there'll be problems. There'll be problems, I'm telling you. I don't think anyone announces it, though, so we've got to come in on time. Just aim for whenever. Ashley's not at work. She loves to cook for us. Oh, God, I don't really understand what that meant. The living room is a shared space. We all work together to keep things neat and tidy as well. So clean up after yourself, you lazy bastard. Don't leave stuff laying around, otherwise it goes in a bin or on eBay. Quiet time after 10 o'clock, so when you fall through the door, absolutely ratted. Most of us are students and we need to get our sleep to keep up with classes. Man, all the students that I've ever met, they roll in at like 3 o'clock and classes start for them when they get out of bed, not before. To be honest, I don't actually know what all the others are here for. There's some girl who I see in the hall sometimes. I haven't even officially met her, but I've not seen her at uni. Okay, don't know what she's doing. Okay, random. I thought, so who's he then? I thought he was the like signing in bloke. I don't know. Anyway, Peggy and I especially need quiet after hours. No loud music and all that. Not that I guess you'll be staying up too late considering what your work schedule will likely be. Well, pubs shut over here at 11 p.m. Last order's at 11, so they kick you out the door about 11:30. So you'll be coming in after the 10 o'clock, mate, won't you? You'll be able to set most things up yourself, however. What classes you take, what you do with your spare time, extra work shifts to pick up, who you befriend. Oh, is this just the start of the game? Wow. You get to do whatever you want, yeah, but be careful too. That means you can't blame anybody else if things go the way you don't want them to. Uh-oh. He was starting to sound like a parent lecturing their child on the first day of college, but I bit my tongue. Yeah, good. Before he could continue, a rather scruffy man came in through the front door behind me. It's a tramp! It's a tramp! Yeah, he looks like a tramp. Man. His name's Man. Hey, Man! Coffee stains. At least I hope they were coffee stains dotted his shirt. And I swear there were breadcrumbs in the corner of his mouth. He's just coming back from a night out, man. He looked from me to Danny, nodded and started climbing up the stairs. That's James. He doesn't like having much to do with us, to be honest, so we give him his space. Try not to get on his bad side. Yeah, you what? I'm going to be up in his grill. So what is there to do for fun around here? Anything in particular? I like your style. See, random Dave straight in there. Where's the girls at? Let's party. He put a hand to his chin. Did he? Oh, I don't see a hand. Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to get out of this trip here? I want to get ladies, and I want to get drunk, and I want to maybe learn some stuff. You can study hard and get ahead, or you can go out partying every night and get trashed. Yeah! We'll remember. But unless you add us on social media, no one back home will know. What happens in London stays in London. Yeah. We won't be able to tag you in pictures. Hell yeah, don't Facebook them for God's sake. Good thing I stayed far away from that sort of thing. I guess you could go check out the stereotypical landmarks, the Monument and the Eye and Big Ben and all that, but I'd recommend just wandering around the city. Cool. With a day travel card, you can go whenever you like. London's crammed full of sights and most tourists miss because they're too busy trying to make the Queen's Guards laugh. Yeah, okay. I have a soccer to you, team here that I run with the school. You can come and try outs if that's the thing you want to do. Not really, eh? Soccer tryouts. I mean, I never really did sports. Yeah, don't look like that kind of guy. Much at home. They weren't much my style, but maybe it was a good time to change that. Nah, stay away from the soccer. Ladies and alcohol is what you want. It would definitely mean I get more time hanging out with Danny. Oh, you want to hang out with Danny, dear? Oh, suddenly there was a distant dull thudding noise. Then the door to my right flew open. Oh, here comes Angelo. And that's all we're going to do for this episode. Guys, don't forget to like this episode if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't like it. Comment, subscribe, and do all the other things you're supposed to do on the YouTube. Otherwise, the YouTube police will be knocking at your door and saying, subscribe to that channel. And I will see everybody at the same time next time.